B'Shem Hashem Nasem and Asliach, Baruch Hashem, we having the last Kolel Chasod, Limud Chasod group, midnight group learning. Tonight, this is the last one for the year Tav Shin Pe Gimel. And tonight is the Erev Rosh Hashanah. We were not supposed to have this limud, but Baruch Hashem, Harav Natan initially encouraged us. It was the last minute, but Baruch Hashem, we have this limud. So, Bezat Hashem, this limud should be a source of beracha v'haslacha, should be a source of refuah shelema for all Chol Israel, all those names that we mentioned, and should be Ketiba v'chatima tova for all of us, Tizkul l'shanim rabot neimot v'tovot for all Am Yisrael. Okay, there is a very interesting Zohar HaKadosh brought in Chok Israel, Parashat Haazinu liyom Chamishi. The actual Zohar HaKadosh is in Haazinu as well, page Resh Sadi Zayin Amud Bet. In this Zohar HaKadosh, we're going to see how Rabbeinu Abba and Rabbi Elazar, they both speak about Shechinah, which is HaKadosh Baruch Hu, being in Galut with Am Yisrael, and in order that Shechinah would come back to its full glory, would reunite with Kudsha Baruch Hu, right, needs to save Bnei Israel from Galut. And because Hashem is with us, right, Hashem would not leave us alone. So He would save us, He would bring us to His palace, as if to say. And hopefully that will be soon, right, by coming of Mashiach, Tzidchenu b'mehera b'yameinu, Amen. So the Zohar HaKadosh goes like this. Rabbi Elazar Patach, Rabbi Elazar explains the pasuk in Vayikra. V'af gamzot b'yotam be'eres oivehem. And even when that time that we are within the Goyim, referring to HaKadosh Baruch Hu, that HaKadosh Baruch Hu is with the Shechinah is with the enemies in the Galut, Zakain inon Israel and Kol Amin of the Avodah Zarah. Praiseworthy are the Jewish nation from all other nations. We are the praiseworthy ones. We are the Mamlechet Kohenim ve'Goy Gadosh. We are the chosen nation. The Afad Gav, the Argizu Gamei Marehon Kudsha Baruch Hu La Bayei Leshav Galon. Even though that we have sinned, right, and we have done terrible things before HaKadosh Baruch Hu, and HaKadosh Baruch Hu Ozer Otam, HaKadosh Baruch Hu would not leave us alone. Hashem is with us. He is Avinu Malkenu, Avinu Ata. He is the Hashem, as we say in these days, right, especially going to Aseret Yemei Teshuvah. Even though Hashem is the Melech, but before Hashem being a Melech, He is our Father. And the Father would not leave His Son behind. Right? As the Zohar HaKadosh is going to explain, the Bekol Ata de Galu Bnei Amemaya Kudsha Baruch Hu Imhon Begaluta, that wherever we have sent to exiles, right, all these years of exile, more than 2,500 years already, Hashem also has traveled with us into all these galiyot. Right? Chadahu dichtib, as the pasuk says, ve'af gamzot biyotam be'eres oivehem, that HaKadosh Baruch Hu has not leave us alone. Right? As it says, Ani Hashem Elokechem af begalut hashkiach al Am Yisrael. Even in the galuts, even in the exiles, even when we are not really back home we are not in Eretz Israel and Mashiach is not here, right? And we are considered in Galut, Hashem is with us. What a great, comforting idea to know. Right? This is such a good, way of understanding that Hashem loves us. That Hashem is with us with the Galut. He has not sent us alone. He has not rejected us completely. Right? So Zohar HaKadosh goes on to explain Rabbi Abba Amar beperush pasuk ve'afkam zod beyotam ta'chazeh. What does that even though in that situation that Hashem is with us in the Galut, come and see kama chavi vuta bichulsha beruchu legabeun Israel. How much Hashem loves Am Yisrael. How much Hashem loves Am Yisrael. And the Jewish nation is beloved by Hashem. The af al gav the garmin lemiglei bnei amemaya. Even though that we have been punished and we have been sent, right, to all these exiles, the Galut. בכל זאת שכינתה לא התעתיית מנהון לעלמין. You could have thought, when Hashem punishes, he completely would disassociate himself. No, Hashem is with us. דלה תימא דהינון בלהודאיהו בגלותה משתכחין, that שלא תאמר שעם ישראל לבד נמצא בגלות. Hashem has not leave us alone because no one would be able to say we are alone. Right? We rejected. Right? Even though that we have seen, but Hashem loves us, and even though that we need to go through purification, and we need to accomplish and metaken our mistakes in the exiles, but that doesn't mean Hashem has leave us alone. Hashem has not left us alone. Ella leken ba katub lehudiya. That's why the pasuk comes to say afkam zot. Even in that situation, even Shechinah in the Galut imahun mishtakicha. Hashem is with us in the Galut. Chadahu dichtiv, as the pasuk says, now, Zohar HaKadosh goes on to explain, right, very good mashal. What is this compared to? Lemalka de argiz al berei. And the melech sheka'as al beno, refers to a king that has become angry over the conduct of his son. His son has violated certain things within the palace. So now the Melech wants to teach his son a lesson. Wants to punish him. V'gazar alei unsha leitrachaqa minei ulemezal le'ar'ar chiqa. So the king has decreed upon him that he needs to leave the palace. He needs to go to exile, to a far place, to a land that is, not familiar to the son. Beshama Matrunita, and over there, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, as if to say in the form of a king, wants to punish him. Now, Shema'a Matrunita, when the Malka hears that the Melech, when the queen hears that the Melech wants to do this, wants to punish the son, ve'amra hu'id uberi azir le'ar'ar chiga. So she says, you wanna send our son to a far land, a place that is strange to him. B'shadeh le malka lemechna'ah. So he says, you must send protection. You must send somebody with our son. Ana la ashbuch le. Ani lo azub oto lebat. Right? The Malka says, I wouldn't leave my son alone. The queen says, he cannot be alone. Right? After all, she's the mother. Oy taravana ke khada netub lehechala de Malka. O Shechinah nashub lehechal hamelech. O לתרוויها כחדה נהבה בערה אחרה, או ששנינו נשב בגלות בארץ אחרת, לזמין פרקליט מלכה על מטרוניתה. לימים חיפש המלך את המלכה, לא אשכחה חווה אז לאמברי, ולא מסע, כיוון שהלכה עם בנה בגלות. So what happens? She was very serious. She said, the queen said, you sending our son away? I'm not going to leave him alone. I'm going with him. So the Melech sees really the queen is not in the palace. And he desires her. He wants him he wants her to be back. But in order for the queen to come back home, the son also needs to be back home. So what the Melech would do, would bring both of them back to his home. Amar HaMelech, Hoid u'matronita taman, taravayu yetuvin. Since the Melech is, since the Malka, the queen, is in the Galut, and she's together with son, they need to come back together to the palace. Lezimna defakit chutsha beruchu ematronita. So that is compared to when HaKadosh Baruch Hu wants the Shechinah Kedusha. Right, the Shechinah begaluta, the Shechinah is with Am Yisrael in the Galut. Hakid la beqadmita. So wants that to be back, and since it's not possible for the Shechinah to leave the Jewish nation, because of this, begin to pakid levinui chadahu dichtiv begam ani shamati et na'akat ben Yisrael. So at that point, as the Pasuk says in Shemot, Hashem says, I also have heard the cries of Jewish nation. What does that mean? I have remembered my covenant. What is the covenant? My Gadim Dana Shemanha Atagnun. Who caused this? Who caused that the Jewish nation would be punished? Obviously, this was the deeds of Jewish nation. Kaviyachol matnunita rachanala, as if to say the Shechinah chadahu dichtiv zehu shekatuv she'ani shamati mipenei ve'ezkor et beriti. Right? That Hashem is talking. I have heard your cries, and I have remembered the covenant that I made with Abraham, Yitzchak, and Yaakov, to bring you to Eretz Israel, to give you the land of Israel. Uchtiv, as it says in the Pasuk, Vayizkor Elokim et berito, that Hashem remembered his berit, that Hashem remembered no matter what, Am Yisrael Chai, that no matter what, Jewish nation will inherit Eretz Israel, will come back home. וכך קודשה ברוך הוא יחרד Yehadar Israel min hagalut. And because of this covenant that Hashem made with Abraham, Yitzchak, and Yaakov aleihem shalom, Hashem will redeem them. As the Pasuk says in the Devarim, V'shav Hashem Elokecha et shevutecha v'lechamecha. That the Pasuk says, V'shav, right, Hashem will bring them back. V'hashiv kish v'shav. How? HaKadosh Baruch Hu will bring them back, even if they are not worthy, because of Abraham, Yitzchak, and Yaakov. Now, obviously, if we would be worthy, that redemption will happen quicker, will be much more smooth. Da matruninta zeu Shechinah shehi b'shvi v'galut v'shava yachad in Israel. How? In order to bring back Am Yisrael, Hashem needs to bring back the Shechinah. So together, Hashem will redeem Am Yisrael. The old Ketiv, as it says, Rasita Hashem Arsecha, that the Shechinah wants the land, Arsecha, which means Shavta Shevut Yaakov, Hashem Elim Yisrael Megalutam, that Hashem wants Jewish nation to be redeemed, and for that Hashem will redeem us, right, for the will that He has to be with us, and that Shekhinah has to come back to Chutzah B'Chut. So Be'ezrat Hashem, may Hashem help us that we go through Rosh Hashanah, right, and that Hashem will bring Mashiach Tzidkenu B'mehera B'Yameinu in the Shanat, right, Tav Shin Pe Dalet this year. Be'ezrat Hashem v'nomar Amen.